You're watching the first ever Adam and Sheridan Show video podcast. This is something new that we're trying for the first time right now, which is the definition of new. So, for that fact, I'm actually going to start our timer. Get it going. Okay, you ready?
Yes. This is high tech.
This is seriously, we're doing a lot of stuff.
Should we introduce who we are?
Okay, this is the Adam and Sheridan Show. I'm Sheridan.
I'm Adam Courtwright. I say my last name.
We actually have a radio show weekly on WRFA. This thing right here. What we do, we are two socialists.
Yes. I'm a Marxist.
Brace yourselves for that.
He's not.
Yes. Who actually try to give a different opinion. So we're going to see if we can actually get a further presence on the YouTubes and on different social media sites so that you can hear about our opinions, see whether you like them, see whether you don't, but get you thinking. And so normally...
And we thought the best way to get the word out on our first show would be to refer to YouTubes in a way that's been done before about 1 billion times.
Absolutely. A billion times.
With the S at the end. But James, we're from Jamestown, New York. I'm 29, going to be 30 soon. And
29 going to be 30 soon.
Yeah.
Coincidentally.
So we're a couple of young punks.
What we have going on for you right now, we're going to tell you a little bit about what we're doing. This is all thanks to Jason Sample, who has helped us immensely through here, WRFA and Dennis Drew. Let's go into a story.
Yeah, well, what we wanted to do, first of all, was just a couple of things that caught my attention as I was perusing the newspapers. I still use the paper version. Do you?
No, never.
It's
absolutely
just
not.
A glass screen, and then
I have a computer.
Yeah. Now what's that? So Obama was in Dallas earlier this week, and he was actually speaking on behalf for George W. Bush because his library opened up. I guess every president gets to have their own library to sort of show off their accomplishments over the course of their administration.
This is just on par. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter what you've done. You're always going to get this library, and usually the standing president kind of introduces it, kind of gives it a whole rundown and sees what's going on. This time, Obama was oddly
celebratory.
Yeah, he was celebratory of his previous.
Because
previous president.
If we can rewind the clock a little bit and go back to 2008 when Obama was running against John McCain, one of the reasons why Obama won that election is because he was everything Bush wasn't. Now, if we fast forward to 2013,
he's not.
He's transformed into everything Bush is. And he's celebrating that fact. So it was just he was saying things like, George Bush is one of the nicest people I've ever met. To know the man is to like the man. He's gregarious. He's outgoing. You can see the exact transcript online, but no mention. Of course, Obama's not going to go to the opening of the library and say, he illegally invaded the country and then he did it again in 2001.
And then I did it.
Yeah, exactly.
I surged the troops.
Yeah.
But let's focus, folks. He's the enemy.
Right. You wouldn't.
That's how we're going to play
You wouldn't do that. So obviously, but I guess my main point that I wanted to make is, what more does Obama need to do to convince progressives that he's not looking out for the interests of the working man of people?
And the other question is the political de rigueur kind of completely...
Is that a type of pasta? It's just the first show.
I'm ashamed to know you. But is the political dance something that is actually detrimental to conversation in the U.S.? So we have a president who is gushing about his predecessor. When he kind of ran on the platform, listen, I'm not going to be this guy. Now, he turned out to be a lot worse. President Bush, put people in CIA black sites. That's a bad thing.
Terrible.
But President Obama assassinates them.
He just kills them.
And this is considered just the normal course of things. This is considered political politeness. Is that something that should happen? Should you be polite when you're in politics? Or should you still stand by your guns and say unwaveringly, listen, I cannot do this in good conscience? Now, this isn't a point where that's true because Obama has a track record which is much worse.
They're identical.
But let's, again, we always reach out to our viewership. Let's see what you guys think.
Leave a comment.
Is this just, leave
on the thing below.
Leave a comment. Email us at this link
Oh, we're
Just
gonna put a
kidding. We
link in?
don't know.
No,
I have no
okay.
idea how to do that.
Like, I don't know
we
how
don't know how to do that.
The YouTubes, because I read papers.
If we knew how to do that, this would say Adam and Sheridan Show at gmail.com.
Are we doing it with the show or just or Adam and Sheridan?
We're doing the Gmail. The Gmail.
No, I know that, but when we do we banter.
We're actually setting this up after recording.
Yeah. Okay, anyway, regardless, let us know what you think, because we want to hear from progressives. We want to be persuaded to know why exactly you think Obama represents the interests of the working population in the liberal agenda, whatever that is.
Mm-hmm. Now, my leaning into and completely interrupting Adam's train of thought, which is worthless to me.
Yeah, me too.
I'm seeing that we're actually only halfway through the set, so I'm going to get into a bit of politics that really everybody wants to talk about. Morgan Freeman.
Oh, yes. We talked about this in the show, our April 26th show, which you can visit the podcast of at...
Right here. Just kidding.
Again.
Not happening.
WRFAlp.
Maybe next show.
No, is it?
WRFAlp.wordpress.com. Click on the Adam and Sheridan Show link.
Yes.
Morgan Freeman, I absolutely love him. I love Morgan Freeman and everything he does. He's awesome. Adam is a killjoy and decided to say...
He's a walking cliche.
He's a walking cliche, but he's good. The cliche was built around Morgan Freeman. Morgan Freeman is the cliche because he's so good at everything he does.
He's everything that is spinelessly pseudo-liberal congealed into a skeleton and flesh.
I don't care about his politics. I just like him because he's cool. But he was in a movie that was overtly...
I'm kidding, man.
You get pointed.
I don't know what that
was.
You. Oh, yeah, you're right.
The audience can see you.
Audience. Hey, everyone.
He was in Olympus Has Fallen.
Yeah.
So this was a movie that was supposed to scare everybody that North Korea is going to take over the White House and then get codes to blow up all the nuclear sites in their silos and create war and all sorts of things like that. Now, this is unrealistic in the first, but the beginning of the movie was undoubtedly a commercial for Washington, D.C. and loving America with a bit of lines just mixed in there. And it took me out of the story. There was the obligatory shot of the flag waving and being all flaggy.
They're starting to put that in in every movie now, no matter what
Spider-Man?
it is. Yeah, just Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
I think I saw a video of Al-Qaeda's latest video online, just a flag waving for no reason. The American flag. I don't know why.
But
kidding.
This was probably a bad idea.
Yeah,
but I'm going to check my time again.
Yeah, we're getting close to
it. But this movie was basically saying, what's the cure for nationalism gone wrong?
Which is what North Korea right now is considering itself. It's all in the headlines. We're going to turn Washington into a lake of fire with nuclear weapons. Which is funny because
this was written and produced before the headlines. But the cure for nationalism gone awry is more nationalism. Follows perfectly. Don't think about it.
Yeah.
Just feel good that Morgan Freeman says some cool stuff.
It's okay if you're American and you think America is the best, but if you're North Korean and you think North Korea is the best, that's an international war crime, and it can't happen. I'm starting to sound like Noam Chomsky now.
You are starting to sound like Noam Chomsky. Even the monotone.
Yeah, just in my hand movements too.
Aged 70 years, my friend. But, of course, this is something we want to hear from you about. We want to know about. How did you like the episode? Do you want us to do more stuff like this? It's a new thing. We're trying it out. The radio show has been steady for the past 3 years. We want to see if we can get a bigger presence. We want to see if more people like the message.
So I'm going to do what I'm really good at, and I'm going to plug us. So get out a pen and paper.
We have no funding, so we have no one to plug other than us.
Exactly, which is I don't mind because I'm
really pen and paper. They have a computer already. I don't get
Again, I read newspaper. No, WRFAlp 107.9. If you're in the Jamestown area, flip on the radio. 6 p.m. Fridays and 11 a.m. Sundays. It re-airs. We can also find us on Facebook, The Adam and Sheridan Show. You can find us on Twitter
at Adam and Sheridan.
And we already plugged the WordPress. So we're just saturating the market with these.
Saturating the market.
For many people, this is going to be the first time they've ever seen us.
Absolutely.
So
drink it in.
Yeah, let us know what you think.
We are...
This is me. Oh, should I explain this?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Adam is a pseudo-hippie.
Pseudo?
Loves John Lennon.
No. Well, yeah, because John Lennon
Copies.
had the Army thing back in the early '70s.
Yep.
And this is the Marine thing. Some people find this offensive,
Mhm.
that because I wasn't in the Marines myself, but I'm really not trying to be. I support the actual troops who are being used in the illegal wars in Iraq and Afghanistan. I don't support the war, but I do support the troops themselves because I think they're being used.
Mhm.
I mean, no disrespect.
Absolutely. So if you liked it, give us
Take
a
it.
holler. If you didn't like it, again, give us a holler. But this has been the Adam and Sheridan Show. I'm Sheridan.
I'm Adam Courtwright.
Stay active.